I'm trying to.
Oh, right. I'm super excited. We are going to get started on our Wednesday night Zoom. We have the kids currently. Okay, I'm so excited. Thank you guys for coming on. And we have a few different topics to go over tonight. And those topics are going to be being authentic on social media. And this is going to be really, really important for growing your business. And it used to not be such a big deal. So I used to sign a distributor and I would say, you know, go to my Facebook page and copy anything that you see. Just copy and paste and just pick whatever you want, because what's going to happen is you're going to get used to making posts by, you know, using mine or whatever, because it's what I did when I started. I just went to Jacqueline's page or whatever, and I just used those posts. Now, what's happening is Facebook has changed their rules. So when you are copying and pasting a post, your post is going to be seen like not at all. So you're really wasting your time when you could take 2 seconds to just look at that post, type something up quickly, or just be you. Because here's the thing. On social media, whether you're typing something or doing a video, or like doing a video is clearly going to be more effective, but if you're typing something, people will still know if that's like you or not. So if you're typing something that's like totally not the way you would word it, people are going to know that, and they're going to feel that energy, whether or not it's in text or whatever. It's just, it's true. Like anytime that I type something up and I just use my stupid humor that I throw into like text, I get way more engagement and way more messages and way more likes and comments than if I just did a copy and paste. And it's really becoming a lot more effective now more than ever, because the copy and paste are being flagged by It Works, and you literally, it will not be seen. So then what's going to happen to you is you're going to be discouraged because nobody's liking and commenting on your stuff, but it's just because you're taking the lazy way out and copying and pasting, which isn't necessarily your fault, because you might have been taught to do that when you started. So now that it's been a while, a couple months at least, that we've been teaching not to copy and paste, just start creating your own things. If there's bits and pieces that you like, then take those little things out and add it into your own. So I'm just going to go around and see if anyone, like, I mean, not everyone has to say something, but if anyone has something to say about being authentic on social media. I know, Marie, you're really good at putting together images. So if you wouldn't mind chatting about that.
Yeah, well, like when I started, I did the exact same thing. I was always copying and pasting. But then, you know, like once you start to see which posts catch your eye the most, then you can kind of just start like summarizing instead, like just like we learn in school with the no plagiarism. Take it, put it in your notepad and switch up the words around, you know, pick what you like about it. Like I usually like to do sort of like lifestyle about me using it, and then like a few key points about like what the product has to offer, and then just like a really good graphic. And I use WordSwag and make my own graphics with products. You can even like put product picture on like a nice background and stuff, and like use your own colors that like you love and stuff like that. It doesn't always have to be black and green, but like it catches the eye. But I use like a lot of pink and blue and stuff like that. And I just use WordSwag. I think it was like maybe $3, but I mean, that's like a one-time fee, and I've used it for probably like a year now, and it's my favorite for making graphics. And I think that like a clear graphic and an original graphic is really important to draw people into your post too. You don't want to just like post a huge paragraph and then like a blurry picture or something.
Yeah. So what are the apps that you use for your photos other than WordSwag?
I use WordSwag, and I use the Cream Cam that you showed me, and then I use PicTapGo for any pictures that I put on Instagram to give that white frame. And then I use Tada if I want to put like a frame on it for my Facebook page.
Yes.
I think those are the main ones I use.
I also use Photo Editor, I believe it's called. I'm just going to look at it here quick. Photo Editor. What the heck? It's this one right here.
I think I use that one too, actually, yeah.
Yeah, so I use that if I want to crop pictures and if I want to do like blurry in the background, so then it pops like, say, your face. Like I did one the other day of me holding the hair, skin, and nails, and I just blurred out the rest of the background. And that really helps to bring the focus to the picture or the whatever your main focus is on that product. So did anyone else have anything to add to being authentic on social media?
I'm going to go and see if I have that one because I think that's one I use, but I don't know.
Sorry, I'm getting kids snacks, and I had something. I'm trying to think of what it was.
That's okay.
I just find, yeah, Maggie, like you really touched most of the points about it. Marie, I think with graphics, it's huge. Also Instagram, like if you don't have clear pictures, nobody wants to click on them.
No.
But yeah, no, I think just being positive, being you, because whenever I copy and paste, and again, it's because it was being lazy, I get nothing. It's rare, unless it's just a few people that I really communicate with daily on social media. So just being you, being positive, being a product of the product, just being genuine about everything. You pretty much touched everything, I think, Maggie.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is that, like, you know, we are in our It Works bubble of, you know, we think there's a lot of distributors. Like, there really isn't. But think about it this way. If you have a potential on your Facebook and they even have like 3 It Works distributors in their newsfeed, what makes them want to choose you over somebody else?
Yeah.
So you really have to stand out and just be who you are. Like, it's really easy to get stuck in, like, this person is so glitz and glam, I need to be like that. But if that's not the type of person you are, then don't do that, because people know that that's not the person you are. Like, if you're like, I'm going to just like put all this makeup on and wear the clothes I don't normally wear, and then they meet you in person and you're nothing like that, then that is not effective. Like, social media has to just be enhancements of you as a person. So, you know, it's, yeah, just stay true to yourself. As long as true to yourself is not like a negative person. Try to just change that a little bit. But just definitely use social media to your advantage and just work with your strengths, because there's going to be people out there like you looking to work with someone like you and not like that glitz and glam person, because they can't relate to that person, right? They want like a regular person. Not saying they're not regular people. But okay, I'm going to move on. Okay, the next thing is, it's like the easiest thing to understand, but like the best. So it's the cake analogy. Okay,
Yes.
so this is the coolest thing ever, and the best way to put it in the most simplest way to work your business and to realize that you might be missing some ingredients. So this is all about like posting on Facebook. If you think that you can simply post on Facebook and not do anything else, you just post. Maybe you post 3 times a day. Maybe you post like every couple days. And you think, oh man, like I can't get any customers. Nobody's messaging me. That's because you are not doing everything that it takes to work this business. So you can't get discouraged if you know you're not putting in the work, right? So think about it like posting on Facebook is like the eggs in baking a cake. So posting on Facebook is the eggs, messaging people can be the flour, putting the wrap on somebody is the sugar, and I don't know, help me out, girls. What else do we have for ingredients? Milk.
Private messaging people and following up.
Yeah, following up is like the oil, like everything that it takes to build your business is like the ingredients to building a cake or making a cake. So this really was, I don't know, I got super excited when I heard this, because it was just like, this is the best way to explain it to people, because you need to reach out to people and you need to follow up with people and you need to try to get face-to-face to people. Like, think about the last time you slapped a wrap on somebody. When was that? Can you honestly think of the last time that you either handed somebody a wrap and sold them that, or actually physically put it on them? And if you can't think of that time and your business is at a standstill, then you need to wrap yourself. And then you're going to get excited because you're going to have before and after photos. And then you're going to post those on social media. And then you're going to message people and say, look what this wrap just did to me. And you're going to show them your results. And then your goal is going to be getting that wrap on them. So we have some awesome scripts right now for getting, for asking people to book parties for you. So we're going to share those as well on the team page. And just keep this in mind when you're working your business with this cake analogy, because you have to understand that you cannot keep all your eggs in one basket and expect it to flourish. So for me, it's like another ingredient might be doing a trade show. Another ingredient is blitzing. You're talking to people about it face to face. Another ingredient might be booking parties. So just keep that in mind. Go ahead, Marie.
And people on Facebook too. If you feel like you're not getting results or you're starting to slow down or something, you need to like look at everything that you're doing, like your 6 list, and see what ingredient is missing or what you've been slacking on. And usually, like if you balance it out, then you'll start seeing your results again.
Yeah. So I love this hand.
No, it's just one of my favorite sayings, and I take it personal because I've done it before. Use social media as a tool, not a crutch.
Yes.
You use it as a crutch. There's not enough support there and not enough out there for you to keep your business, like to flourish your business on it.
Yeah.
You have to, like Maggie said, that it has to be the cake. You got to have everything. You can't just rely on social media.
You have to. And you know what? There is no way I would have got to Double Diamond in 18 months if I would have just sat on social media. Social media was part of it, but I was doing like 5 to 12 parties a month for like 3 months straight. I was doing trade shows. I was getting in front of people. I drove an hour and a half to meet someone for a one-on-one with a wrap that they won. So it was free.
Yeah.
Did she sign up? No, she didn't. But did she sign up 3 months later? Yes, she did. So that day I went home, an hour and a half drive home. And I was like, oh yeah, Kev, you know, she was super nice. Like I always stayed really positive about it. And I had her phone number so I could follow up. And yeah, she totally signed up as a loyal, but it was 3 months later. So don't get discouraged by those people that you talk to that are super excited and then they don't sign up, because you don't know what their life circumstances are. You don't know what could have happened in their life that's pulling them back from ordering that wrap from you or those greens from you right now. So don't take it personally. Just keep on baking your cake and just keep on doubling up.
Yeah.
So that's the cake analogy that I fell in love with, that I think is just like a foolproof way to analyze your business building. I don't know if Jess was going to talk at all, but I didn't want to like go through things so fast because I talk so fast that she didn't say anything. It's going to be quiet for like 2 seconds.
Oh, Jessica.
I was just going to say another thing with like the posts and stuff. Like, just to like be aware of your audience, and it helps if you like if you're doing a product post, think of like something like an audience that you're going to target, like a problem that they might have, and then a solution, and like put them both in there. And then maybe just like 2 to 3 benefits of a product. Don't like put every single thing that's in it and everything that it does for you. Think of like the problem that you want to solve with this product and post about that and how it works for that. And just keep it really simple.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Marie.
And just posting about what you love about it. Like when you make it not advertising, which I mean, I feel like everyone should know that already, but we got to remember that we have a lot of new people that don't understand that like advertisement posts do not work.
No.
And when you can post like, for example, hair, skin, and nails, I absolutely love it for my skin. And I didn't post about it before because I didn't take it for my skin. I never tried it before. So then when I started noticing how quickly my skin changed, now I post about it, and you know, I'll add in that it's great for growing your hair out. But my main thing is like, oh my gosh, you guys, this has done amazing things for my skin. Like I could not find a product that cleared my skin up. Like I was even using the It Works skincare, but I didn't realize it was going to take something from within, not something I was always putting on. You know what I mean? Like I spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on different skincare that was like medicated and all this stuff. And it was just like never ending. And it's like, how funny is that a vitamin can simply start to clear up your skin? So I think that's an eye opener to a lot of people. They always think it has to be like something on the outside. And it's the same with like your hair. I had a girl that messaged me and she was like discouraged and like turned off that it was a tablet instead of like a cream. And I'm like, for your hair, like you've got to nourish it from the inside out. But it's just a lack of knowledge, and that's just our part as being distributors.
Yeah.
And again, being a product of the product, right, Maggie? Because
Exactly.
if you hadn't
The
have
product of the
taken
product
it,
is huge,
you would have never known.
Yeah, I would have never been able to say that it's great for skin. And now when someone's like, whatever, breakouts or acne, I'm just like, hair, skin, nails. Like, I would have been a little bit confused before that. I would have been like, well, cleanser, the toner, the peel should be good, but I didn't know for sure, right? Like, everyone's different. And I mean, all acnes are different too, but I 100% will stand behind hair, skin, and nails. And that unwavering faith in a product comes from using it.
Yeah.
There's no way else you can get passionate about a product if you're not using it and seeing those results. So
yeah.
And people see that passion.
Yeah.
People see that passion, and that's what gets them interested.
Yeah. So videos are really effective too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing I wanted to, is at the end, do you guys have anything to add to that topic? Because I have one more topic.
I think we're good.
I'm really excited about this next topic. Okay, so this next topic came from a video I watched by Cami Dempsey, who is one of our black diamonds in the company. She's Mark Pentecosta's daughter. And she talked about just when you are bringing people into your business, and you know, if you have to talk somebody into doing this business with you, you do not want them on your team anyway. And I can tell you, I have done that a lot in the last almost 4 years in this business. You know, you get sometimes desperate for a promotion, or you just want to sign your first distributor. And that leads to you just being like, talking them into it instead of them being inspired. And, you know, maybe they are saying they can't afford it, but you can always give them solutions and you guys can work together. And that might be their way of saying no to you in a nice way by saying they can't afford it. Or if they're willing to be open up to, okay, if you can help me figure out a way to come up with that $99 or $133, then I'm so excited to start. So you can tell by if they're coming back to you rather than you having to chase them around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
that's what I did with you, Maggie.
Yes, and start to interview your distributors. Start making more of a priority, and start really, what's the word I'm looking for? Putting some value into your time and this business and what it has, what it actually is. It's $133 to invest, which is very small, but it's so much bigger than that. The opportunity is so much bigger than that. So when you're talking to someone, you want to find out if they actually have the qualities that you want on your team, because you have to work with this person every single day. So if they have values and qualities that you don't mesh with, then why would you want to work with them? I've had people that I've actually, it's been very hard to work with them, and it didn't turn out very pretty. And so you don't really want that, right? And it's just because you butt heads in certain situations. But if you would have asked all those questions right off the bat, you would know that you are excited and you are willing, or you are not only willing, but like you are capable of helping them in those areas that they're looking to grow in. So don't be afraid to ask questions. You should be asking questions. And I've started just asking people, you know, are you teachable? Are you motivated? On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put yourself with that as being like self-motivated? And they'll give you a straight up answer, and then you know. And then you can work with that. You know, it's the same thing with when we message people and say, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how ready are you to join the business? 1 being never, and 10 being you're ready to start right now. And then you get that number from them. It's the same thing, because you'll know by talking to them if maybe they should just be a customer, because they can always switch to distributor. But if they're really confused and they don't really want to work the business, then what's the point of enrolling them in the system? Because you get 0 BV for signing a distributor, right?
Yeah.
Another thing that I had mentioned last night to a girl I was talking to was, what was it? Oh, I just was straight up with her. Like, it's a business. You're going to have ups and downs. How do you want me to deal with those ups and downs? Like, do you want me to kind of like reach out to you and like trying to dig into it? Are you going to communicate with me and we can work through it together? Or do you want me to just leave you alone?
Yeah.
And just being straight up, because you know what? There is ups and downs in this business. If you're in this business, you've probably had a day where you were really discouraged. But if maybe you would have been felt a little bit better about that if you knew it was going to happen. So when I first started, I was on YouTube like crazy. I was searching all the team pages with all the different files. I watched the training academy the first day I started. Within like 2 hours, I had that done. Jacqueline was sending me tasks and I had already finished them. I was just like, oh, I already did that yesterday. And she's like, oh, okay, like, what are we going to do now? But Jump the Funk was one of the things that I watched right off the bat before I even hit a funk. So I knew that that was going to happen. So if we set people up to understand that they'll probably get discouraged, or you can guarantee they will be, and it doesn't have to be like a negative way. It can just be like, I know in my first 3 months, I was super excited at the start, and then I had this little funk, and you can just, you don't have to make it a scary thing, but let them know that you've been there. Because on Facebook especially, people see the highlight reel. They don't see the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into getting through the business and climbing those ranks, right? So it doesn't mean you have to just like spill it all and be like, and this happened, and then I cried, and that kind of stuff. But I mean, just letting people know that there's going to be ups and downs, and that you're there for them, and you get through it, and that they always have someone to go to.
Yeah, like don't deal with it alone. If you feel that funk, reach out to a sideline or an upline.
Yeah, and that goes for everybody.
We've all been in it, whether it's like a few months in or like a year in or whatever, but we all push through it because we have the team to reach out to.
Yeah, and staying plugged in. This wasn't even on my list of stuff to go through, but staying plugged in. If you're even watching this recording, I just want to say congratulations, because that's the first step to being plugged in. It is so important. I know everyone's busy. I know everyone has family. I get that. We all are not just doing nothing. We all started from somewhere. I had 2 jobs when I started this business. I was dealing with my daughter with special needs. I was dealing with my sister who was sick with cancer. Like, we all have stuff. So understand that there's people that are doing the same thing as you. And just because maybe I stay home full time doesn't mean that I didn't once work when I did this business, and that I didn't have working 12 hours a day and out of the home when I first started this business for the first like 2 years, right? So just know that there's always someone that is in your shoes. And if you need to be connected with that person, that is okay. But you have to reach out, because we're not mind readers. So we're just here to help you guys. We love you guys so much. And I couldn't imagine being discouraged and having to do that on my own, because I'm always like, hey, Jacqueline, this happened. Like, I've always been the type to reach out, and she's like, hey, it's 7 a.m. like, we got to talk as soon as you wake up. So just don't be afraid, because we've all been through it, and we're a family, and we're here to help you, and you can't get through it on your own. You have to stay plugged in and be a team. I think that's all I had to say. I talked a lot.
I talked a lot last time.
No,
so
maybe never.
I know, it's so bad. I'm like, shh, I need like a beeper. Like, you're talking.
It's all good. That's what makes you you.
Does anybody? Oh, that makes me feel so special.
That's what makes you you. Is that you're good with it. Listen to me, and I like stumble my words every 2 seconds. So
we have to take a picture. Maybe I'll stop the recording. Okay. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna stop the recording now. Bye.
Okay.